places in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's week 14. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He finds Fant. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets this to Fant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Willis to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Willis to the air. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone now. Buying some time right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And he only gets this one down to the 9. Working quickly here. Willis looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action, it's Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating. Backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 35, still got more room. There it is, touchdown Detroit! The Lions finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. Here's first and 10 from the 34. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Offense up to the line fast. Here's second and 7. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Here's the snap on 4th. Buys time, rolling right. He finds him beyond the marker. A lot of grass ahead. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing it again here. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get it back got his 6th interception of the season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Gibbs with a first down and more. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying again, following the sack. Looking, he's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Ford Field right after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Here's Willis. Toward the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Willis. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. To throw, here's Willis. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
And the Seahawks first down.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. This is Walker on second. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. It's a Seattle touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. He's going deep this time. He's got it inside the 25. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now lead by 10. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. They're going for this. He's going deep. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wilson. Tried to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Man, he really lobbed that one downfield, didn't he? Tried to lay it in there for a big completion, think he just got a little too much loft on it, though, and it's intercepted.
I really do think in that spot, though, Kate, it was the right type of throw.
Yeah.
But that air, in this league, you put air on the football as a quarterback, you better be exactly right, because as fast as these defenders are, they can recover and go get it, which they did right there.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 4-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Trying for the deep ball. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Searches from the pocket. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Man in motion here. Gibbs has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now try Gibbs again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They'll run. It's Gibbs. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Willis to the air. Finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They go play action here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks make it an 11-point ball game. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Wilson with it on first. Launches one deep downfield. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Lions push their lead to 18. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Wilson now from the gun. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. On the move, headed right. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. 2nd and 10 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Arkansas rookie. And the Lions take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these.
That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Metcalf there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
They go play action on 1st. Walker hauls it in. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Willis to throw it. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. The throw is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, because now they're still down big.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Another one for Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third down run by Gibbs. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They send him left out of the slot. Juke the defender. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Lions the first. They put a receiver in motion right. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first, with some room to spare.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th.
42. Seahawks 30.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd total score of this game. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Lions go up by 19. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing is Willis. body on the line for his team. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Willis. Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about...
They connect on the deep shot. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. From the red zone now. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Jason Blair is to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
For Lions. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Wilson to throw on 3rd and 2. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Lions, 1st down.
Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here's 2nd and 11. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Seahawks have some new life in the 4th. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Gibbs will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
They've got a man in motion. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Wilson looking to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Seahawks will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining. Long odds ahead of them. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Lions go up by 19.
56, Seahawks 37.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.